For the first time this season, the Chicago Maroons have lost 2 consecutive games as they suffered a setback against Emory by just 5 points here at the Rat last Friday. The margin for error for the Maroons to make the NCAA tournament is now almost minimal. They cannot afford any more losses, especially not one here, as today they play host to the Rochester Yellowjackets, the team who's won just 1 game in UAA conference play. Rochester with a record of 7-16. The season has not gone the way they wanted. They've had bad injury luck, including losing a player who starred in Game 1 against these Maroons, Tamiwa Didosoye. He will not be playing today, as he went out with an injury against Brandeis. Tip of about 5.5. Make it more closer to 10 minutes away. Maroons lost to Case Western by single digits. They lost to Emory by single digits. And the Maroon defense really showed up down the stretch there against Emory. They just could not make the shots they needed to seize control of that game. The Maroon defense looked out of sorts for a long while against the Eagles. And if they can turn it around here, it would be a big help. Rochester, the only team in the conference to score less points per game than Chicago, just a smidgen under 67 a game for these Yellow Jackets. Against Wash U on Friday, they were held to under 20 in the first half and just had a terrible offensive showing. So they're looking for a bounce-back game. At the same time, the Chicago defense is looking for a bounce-back game. We'll see who cracks today. Talking players, Thomas Karowski. Everyone knows how good he is. He's got some tape around his right wrist. He played with that against Emory. Still scored 15 points because he's just that good. But we'll monitor that situation here as we enter the home stretch. Karowski obviously does not want to lose any time, as he wants to help this team break a 17-year tournament drought. Joe Barry, just 5 points against Emory, wants a bounce-back game here at that point guard position. If he can start fast, that'd really help him. He has had trouble scoring in the first half of games recently. Philip Lawrence has been playing pretty well. He got rewarded with a season, not a season high, but a conference play high, 19 minutes against Emory. Scored 7 points in back-to-back games, been shooting the ball pretty well. We'll see if he continues to see that extended playing time here at home against the Yellow Jackets. Eamon Kana scored 11 against Emory. He's still shooting the 3 relatively well. We'll see if he can keep that up here. Noah Pitt's been picking up steam as well. He scored 12 points against Emory, and he's been shooting the 3 ball pretty well on the stretch and has been doing a lot as the backup big man behind Jackson Piotrowski. Pitt's second half of that sophomore season's really gone well for him. He prepares to step into a starting role next season after Piotrowski graduates. Pitt has played over 16 minutes in 7 consecutive games. He has scored 7 points or more in 5 of those 7 games. And he's gotten 4 or more rebounds in 6 of those games. So Pitt been active on both ends. Looking to keep that up here. Get the Maroons a victory. Daniel Cochran, we just saw him slam down a one-handed dunk in warm-ups. Had a little bit of consistent dribbles as a starting big man, but still has been putting on some good scoring. 8+ points in each of his last 4 after a rough stretch before that. And he's pulled down 7+ rebounds in each of those games as well. So he's coming on strong down the stretch. Need a vintage game from him here. On the other end, Tamiwa Didosoye, who played well in Game 1, not going to suit up here. He got injured in the Brandeis game, didn't play against Wash U, and he was badly missed on that offensive end for Rochester. That'll leave the ball up to Corbin Aprea and Logan Jagodzinski, both of whom played all right against the Maroons in Game 1. Rochester lost that game by 1 score. Started a stretch of them, losing games by exactly 3 points. They only managed to get 1 win in that time span, and it's been back to rough goings for the Maroons here. Not the Maroons, the Yellowjackets. Adito Soy had 12. Bennett Kwasinski led the team with 16 points. That is 2 shy of his career high. Looking for an encore here in the Rat. Jagodzinski had 10, and Nate Sock, a transfer from Wheaton, had 12 points. Warm-ups complete. Yellowjackets and Maroons head to their respective benches. We are about ready to hear the starting lineup for today's game. The Maroons 16-7. They've fallen to 4th place in the conference after having lost 4 of their last 7. Rochester 1-11, all alone at the bottom of the conference, and a loss today would secure that spot as 8th place in the UAA to end the season. Curious to see how much the Maroons rely on the 3-ball today. They have been pretty reliant over the past few games. They did not play much in the second half from beyond the arc against Emory, and it kind of worked on defense. We'll see if that stays that case here.
Rochester Yellowjackets and your University of Chicago Maroons. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask those that are able to please rise and remove all hats and caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem complete. And after a brief hype video, we're about to hear some starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting lineups for the Rochester Yellowjackets. They are starting Corbin Aprea, a 6'4" junior guard from Dallas, Texas. His 20th start of the year on the year, 11.2 points a game, a great free throw shooter. Also, Maroons going with Barry. Rochester starting Theo Murray, a 6'3" sophomore guard from Brookline, Massachusetts. Bennett Kwasinski, a 6'9" graduate student forward and a transfer from St. Thomas out of Wilmette, Illinois. Logan Jagodzinski, a 6'6" senior forward from Morristown, New Jersey. And Nate Sock, a 6'5" graduate student guard from Littleton, Colorado, and a transfer from Wheaton. Maroons going with Joe Barry, 6'1" junior guard from Topeka, Kansas. Eamon Kana, 6'5" junior guard from Atlanta, Georgia. Thomas Karowski, a 6'4" senior guard from Niles, Michigan. Daniel Cochran, 6'7" first-year forward from Brentwood, Tennessee. And Jackson Pietrowski, a 6'6" senior forward from Newton Square, Pennsylvania. All but Pietrowski making their 24 starts in 24 games. Pietrowski making his 23rd. Maroons have used the same starting lineup for 23 games, and they have delivered time and time again. They need a big one here to keep the NCAA tournament hopes alive, to snap the 17-year drought for the Maroons.
Freshman big man, Brentwood, Tennessee, number 30, Daniel Cochran.
Maroons PN after described Daniel Cochran as a big man and not a forward. He does play more like a forward, shooting a bunch of threes. We'll see how he plays today. See if he's going to go inside more. Again, starting five: Aprea, Murray, Kwasinski, Jagodzinski, and Sock. For Rochester, Barry, Kana, Karowski, Cochran, and Pietrowski for the Maroons.
For the University of Chicago Maroons, in his 24th season in Hyde Park, Mike McGrath.
Maroons huddled up to the right of the Maroon C. Rochester getting some last-minute coaching before the start of this game.
Coaches and fans, it's time to represent the very best spirit of collegiate athletics. Inappropriate or bigoted comments will not be tolerated today. Under grounds of removal from the site. Also,
one game that these Maroons just have to have. Jackson Pietrowski, Bennett Kwasinski to the center circle for the opening tip. Kwasinski with 3 inches on Pietrowski, the graduate student transfer from St. Thomas. Maybe not do or die, but it is close here at the Rat. Whistle blows, ball in the air, tip controlled by Rochester. Jagodzinski picks it up and gives it up to Theo Murray, manning point guard. Ball fed inside to Kwasinski, behind the back, Jagodzinski, snaps number 3, Jagodzinski in and out. Rebound, Joe Barry, U Chicago, and they get the stop to start off this game. Barry crosses the timeline. Karowski and Pietrowski rolling screens, throws right side for Kana, 20 to shoot. Eamon Kana holds, goes around a Cochran screen, hands it off for Karowski. Thomas Karowski shovels it right side for Barry. Barry moves on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Joe Barry throws right side, Kana. Kana back over to Barry. Barry with a lane toward the basket, kicks out now for Karowski. Sidestep, shoots from 18 feet. Karowski too short. Rebound pulled down by Cochran, back up and no good. Rebound Jagodzinski of Rochester. Scoreless tie. Up the floor quickly, Theo Murray. All the way to the basket, Murray falling away and gets it. First 2 for Theo Murray. The point guard starting in place of Tamiwa Adidosoye, who is injured for Rochester. 2-0 Yellowjackets. Barry gets the feed left side from Kana. Barry driving on Murray. Barry flicks it inside for Pietrowski. Spins around, tries to shoot one, and it's no good. Tip back up, no good. Rebound Theo Murray of Rochester. Pietrowski could not finish the play. Other end, ball fed right side, Corvin Aprea, his first touch. And it's fed to Kwasinski. Behind the back to Aprea, wants to drive, now kicks out. 3-ball launch by Sock and buried. Nate Sock makes it 5-0 Rochester early here at the Rat. Maroons got to find an answer soon. Joe Barry up the floor onto the Maroon C. Feeds it left side for Kana, back to Barry. Barry rolls right, gives it up for Pietrowski, over to Kana. Kana rolling through contact. Kana spinning around, kicks out to an open Barry. He drives, shoots from the free throw line. Barry got it. Maroons on the board, 5-2. A badly needed bucket. 18 minutes to play first half. Ball shoveled out to Aprea. Driving Kana, gives it up for Nate Sock. Shoots another 3, Nate Sock, got it. Just given a little bit too much space. He's got 6 points, 8-2 Rochester. Maroons in trouble early. They can't find an answer. Throws left side for Karowski. Back over to Kana. Back to Karowski left wing. Trying to juke out Sock. Goes toward the basket. Karowski the lay-in good. He got right past Nate Sock, 8-4. Rochester still leading, first two for Kurowski with that tape on his left wrist. Theo Murray manning point, gives it up for Aprea, right side feed for Jagodzinski into Sock. Nate Sock drives, kicks out Aprea. Aprea goes around Kanaa, drives, Aprea steps back, kicks over Kwasinski, 12 to shoot. Kwasinski moves inside, forces one over Cochran's head and buries it. Bennett Kwasinski, who led the Yellow Jackets with 16 points in game one, gets his first two here, 10-4 Rochester, 17 to play first half. Joe Barry the other direction. Throws it right side for Kurowski. Kurowski staring down Nate Sock, now throws it into the corner for Kanaa. Snaps a quick three, Kanaa, got it! Eamon Kanaa got the answer, and all three of the veteran guards have points already. 10-7, Rochester in front. Ball thrown left side. Jagodzinski working his way inside. Jagodzinski spins around, hooks one up, and can't get the roll. Put back up and in by Kwasinski. He beat out Cochran for the rebound. It's 12-7. 16 and a half to go. First half. Barry across the timeline. Throws it left side for Kanaa. Kanaa holding, throwing back to Barry. Around a Piotrowski screen. Barry stops, kicks it over Cochran. Cochran looking to get it inside. Now gets Kwasinski off his feet. Throws it left side for Kurowski. 9 to shoot for Thomas Kurowski. Motors left wing, Kurowski working his way in from the free throw line. Finds Cochran inside, and the easy lay-in for Daniel Cochran. 2 for Cochran. 4 different Maroons have scored. It's 12-9. Rochester still leads. Corbin Aprea manning point of possession. Throws it left side for Kwasinski. Pitt and Smith at the scores table, ready to check in. Kwasinski going inside on Cochran. Tries to find space and has to kick it out to Jagodzinski. Throws it over for Aprea. Aprea steps back, throws a three over Kanaa's head, and it's in and out. Rebound, Barry U, Chicago. They get another stop. Barry on the floor for the Maroons. 15 and a half to go. Barry the drive. Barry all the way, and he throws it off the backboard, but a foul called on Rochester, the first of the game. Theo Murray on that foul, his first. And 2 shots coming up for Joe Barry. Makes him about to be a 1-point game. First shot for Barry is good. 3 points for the junior from Topeka. It's 12-10. Bunch of subs into the game. Luke Smith, Noah Pitt enter, replacing Cochran and Piotrowski. Yellow Jacket will check in Ethan McEaker and Justin Adaibo. That and one more. The second shot for Barry is good after a nice roll. 4 for Barry. David Ackles, a 7-footer, the only 7-footer in the UAA into the game. He's staring down Luke Smith right now. He's got 3 inches on the Maroons' tallest player. McEager down the floor, hands off for Sock, throws left for Jagodzinski. Jagodzinski stutter steps, gets a screen from Ackles, now gives it up for Odaibo, shoots a quick 3, Odaibo, too short. Rebound pulled down by Pitt of U Chicago, gives it up to a driving Kurowski, throws left to Kanaa, snaps up a 3, Eamon Kanaa, got it! Maroons take the lead, the second turbo of the game for Eamon Kanaa, 14-12, Maroons in front. Other end, Nate Sock, staring down Kanaa, gives for McEaker, and up top to Jagodzinski. Jagodzinski flicks it inside for Ackles. Ackles looking to give it up, throws inside for Jagodzinski, blocked by Kurowski, but a foul called. Mike McGrath shaking his head on that one. 2 shots coming for Logan Jagodzinski. Jagodzinski on the year, shooting 66% from the free throw line. Maroons leading 14-12 with just under 15 to go here in half number 1. Jagodzinski's first shot is good. His first point of the game, the leading scorer for these Yellow Jackets. One more shot would tie it up at 14. Bounces twice, breathes, shoots a second, and nails it. Tie game at 14, 2 for Jagodzinski. And now Philip Lawrence checks into the game, replacing Barry, and he'll man point here. Gives it up right side for Kanaa, already 6 points today. Kurowski gets the ball, almost overruns it. Now Motors left wing Kurowski, flicks it over to Smith. Luke Smith throws it right side for Lawrence. Inside feed for Pitt, got it inside. Kicks it out for Kurowski, wide open 3, Kurowski off the mark. Rebound, tracked down by Luke Smith. Even to Kurowski, shoots again from right there, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ethan McEaker of Rochester. Game tied at 14. McEaker throws it right side to Odaibo. Odaibo switches on to Pitt, and he Rolls it back out for McEachern. Throws for Odaibo. 18 to shoot, Justin Odaibo, still holding against Noah Pitt. Drives right, Odaibo shoots from right there. Odaibo buries it. First two of the game for Justin Odaibo, who averages just 1.5 on the season, but he gives Rochester the lead there, 16 to 14. Theo Murray, Corvin Aprea to the scorer's table for Rochester. Kana for the Maroons, gives it for Kurowski, feeds to Smith, a nice find for Kurowski, and an easy lane for Luke Smith. Ties it back up at 16 as he got the 7-footer David Ackles to overrun Kurowski. 16 all. Odaibo with the ball on the other end. Throws for Nate Sock. Right side for Jagodzinski. Snaps up a three. Jagodzinski, no good. Rebound Odaibo of Rochester. Throws it back over for Jagodzinski. 15 to shoot. Other end, McEachern. McEachern throws it right for Sock. 11 to shoot for Nate Sock, who throws it inside for Ackles. Back out to Odaibo. Around a screen, Odaibo. Driving Odaibo. Shoot from 14. Odaibo short. Rebound Smith, Chicago. Other end is given to Kana, driving on the floor. Kana gives it up for Smith, top of the key. Smith rolls right, gives it up for Kurowski, who can barely handle it. He does get it, though. Kurowski, even space, shoots a quick three. Kurowski, got it! From way downtown, Kurowski gives the Maroons the lead back 19 to 16. He's got 5 points. Under 13 to play first half. McEachern gives it up, gets it back, drives right, gives it up for Odaibo. Back to McEachern. Snaps up a three. McEachern from the corner, short. Rebound pulled down by Kana, Chicago. They're getting stops now. Kana the other way. Kana gives it up right side, Kurowski. Again, downtown, gives it up for Pitt this time. Back to Kurowski. Kurowski trying to get Jagodzinski to jump off him. Right side to Smith. Smith fakes a three, gets Ackles off his feet, feeds inside to Pitt. Pitt motoring. Pitt off of the high backboard, no good. Rebound Jagodzinski of Rochester. Up the floor goes McEachern. Back to Jagodzinski, driving right. Jagodzinski gets past Kurowski, shoots from 12 feet off platform and gets it. Timeout's going to be called off of that by Rochester. 4 for Jagodzinski, 19-18, Maroons in front. We'll take a short break on Graham's Sportscasting channel. (12-8). 12-16 to go. Rochester shooting the ball well to start the game. 7 of 14. Just 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. Both teams have hit both their free throws. Jackson Piotrowski, Joe Barry, Luke Smith, Thomas Kurowski, and Philip Lawrence on the floor for the Maroons. Rochester with Corvin Aprea, Theo Murray, Justin Odaibo, Ethan McEachern, and David Ackles. Lawrence feeds right side for Barry. Joe Barry worked onto the Maroon C, throws it left for Lawrence. Lawrence back left to Kurowski. Quick three, Kurowski off the mark. Rebound Smith, Chicago. Smith gives it up for Lawrence. Around a screen, back to Smith. Smith, deep three, Luke Smith. Got it! From way downtown goes Luke Smith. Maroons up by 4, 22-18, 5 for Smith. Other end, Murray racing in on Barry. Has to kick it back out for McEachern. McEachern throws it left for Corvin Aprea. Matched up on Kurowski. Aprea works it left. Gives it up right side for McEachern. McEachern up to Ackles. Ackles keeps it. Ackles driving. Kicks it back out for McEachern. 8 to shoot. Ackles gives a screen to McEachern. Driving and fouled. Luke Smith may have gotten a piece of him as he tried to turn the corner. First foul on Smith with under 11.5 to play. Second foul on the Maroons and a new shot clock for Rochester. Kwasinski in, Ackles out. Theo Murray to inbound. He'll go right to Kwasinski. Throws it left for McEachern. McEachern feeds it up for Aprea. Driving Aprea, blocked by Kurowski. Another foul called. And the same way Kurowski took a hard tumble, he'll get up quickly and take a second foul. Kurowski will likely have to exit here. We'll see if who they replace him with. Would likely be Kana. Corvin Aprea on the year, 89% free throw shooter, so not one of the guys you want to hit on a drive to the basket. Kurowski has a man ready to sub in for him. It is Eamon Kana. Kurowski picked up 4 fouls in the Emory loss. Having trouble with them again here, and he'll have to hit the bench. 4 different Maroons already with 4 or more points. Smith, Berry, Kana, and Kurowski. And after the floor is wiped off, Corbin Aprea will eventually get the ball for his first free throw. 22-18, Maroons in front. They're having a good shooting night, but have to lock down on defense. First shot of Aprea is good. His first point of the game. Kana in, Kurowski out, and Rochester will check in Bernard Dushy Jr., replacing Jagodzinski. Dushy, another one of those role players, looking to have a big night here at the Rat. Second shot for Aprea connects, and Maroons lead is trimmed to 2. 2 points for Aprea. Up the floor comes Philip Lawrence for the Maroons, given the ball by Piotrowski, throws right for Berry. Berry isolated one-on-one against Kwasinski. Kana gets the ball, drives left. Kana flicks it back to Piotrowski, steps back to the three-point line, gives up to Smith. Right, and he keeps it but loses the ball. Taken away by Theo Murray. They're trying to get it to Berry. Murray, the drive. Murray all the way, blocked by Smith. Tipped out of bounds, taken by Lawrence. Great there, great play there by Luke Smith. Throw left to Kana. Quick three, Kana. That's way off the mark. Rebound going to be tracked down by Luke Smith and the Maroons, though, as it went to the three-point line. Left side ball thrown for Kana. Kana behind the back to Lawrence. Lawrence flicks it left side for Berry. Smith calling for it inside. Berry instead rolls and throws left for Kana. Kana gets it inside for Smith. Smith poked out of bounds. Bernard Dushy got all ball. It'll stay with the Maroons, 7 to shoot. Smith will exit, Cochran will enter.
Replacing Smith.
Luke Smith just did not win that rep against Bernard Dushy, one of the better defenders on this Yellow Jacket team. And Joe Berry to inbound, 7 on the shot clock. Berry lobs it up for Piotrowski, who's pushed on the spot by Dushy. 5 to shoot. Piotrowski rolls left. Piotrowski shifts to Kana, shoots a deep 3. Air ball, and that'll be the shot clock expiring. Kana could not make it hit the rim. And it will be Rochester ball trailing 22 to 20. Ethan McEachern gets the inbound from Corvin Aprea. Throws it right side, Dushy. Back out there for Aprea. Left side for Murray. Theo Murray gets it into Kwasinski. Staring down Cochran 1-on-1. Kwasinski wants to drive. Spins around, tries to kick it out now for Aprea. Aprea moving on Kana. Aprea spinning. Aprea and he walks. As Kana played excellent defense and forced the turnover by Corvin Aprea. Maroons would like to force more turnovers in these closing minutes. They have not been doing that at a higher clip than usual in these past few games. Philip Lawrence the other way, throws it left side for Joe Berry. Berry rolls right, kicks it inside for Cochran and taken away. The poke by Kwasinski. He'll get the ball right here. Kwasinski under the basket, pushed by Berry, and looks like we're going to have a floor foul. The foul was called late on Berry. Probably a good one to stop the shot from going up, his first foul. Ben Chasen ready to check in for the Maroons. They'll replace Philip Lawrence. 3-point specialist here, Ben Chasen. Inbound will be lobbed up under the basket. Kwasinski right back up, and it's no good. Rebound pulled down Cochran, and he gets it back after being tipped by Murray. Berry, left side Berry, driving Berry, all the way Berry, puts it up and gets the roll, Joe Berry. Coast to coast for Joe Berry, puts the Maroons back up by 4. McEachern the other way. Ethan McEachern throws it left side, Theo Murray. Murray floats one in for Kwasinski. Bennett Kwasinski shovels it back to McEachern from the free throw line, shoots from right there, short. Great defense played by Ben Chasen. Eamon Kana the rebound for Chicago. He wants to drive, Kana, and he will get fouled. That'll be Corvin Aprea. They called on McEachern, not Aprea. The second foul on Rochester with just over 9 to go. Maroons ball on the baseline. Maroons have 4 of 5 starters in with Chasen instead of Kurowski. The ball lobbed up to Kana. Chasen hasn't gotten a touch on offense yet. Kana lobs it left side for Berry. Looking to get it inside for Piotrowski. Instead on motor right side. Get it inside to Kana. Under the basket, but it's blocked and a foul called. Nate Sock was there on defense. Rochester fans want to travel, did not get one.
Rochester foul, 22 names.
Eamon Kanata to the free throw line.
2 shots Maroons, 13, Eamon Kanata.
Having a solid year from right there. Shooting 93%. His first one is money. His 7th point. Maroons up by 5, their largest lead of the day. Ben Chasen staying in the game with his excellent defense so far. 8 for Kanata off that second free throw make. 26-20, Maroons leading. Theo Murray, hand fighting with Joe Barry, and now takes it across the timeline. Big screen set. Murray trying to bully his way to the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Kwasinski. On the ground, punches his way out, and a foul called. On that sequence, Theo Murray created it with his drive. The foul was on Jackson Pietrowski. Five team fouls on the Maroons. 2 shots coming for Bennett Kwasinski, who on the year is shooting 75% from the line. Maroons up 26-20 here at the Rat, looking to expand that lead in the first half. Need this win to stay alive in the NCAA tournament race. Kwasinski spins the ball around, breathes, shoots, and it's no good off the back flange. One more shot coming for Bennett Kwasinski. Chicago cheerleaders making noise. Kwasinski breathes, shoots his second, got it. 5 for Kwasinski, 26-21. Maroons still in front after a rough start. Barry down the floor for the Maroons. Rolls to center circle, now throws it in for Cochran. Feeds it left side for Kanata. Kanata rolls a couple times, goes over to Barry. Barry wanted to get it to Chase in the corner, instead right side for Kanata, 13 to shoot. Kanata feeds it in for Cochran. Cochran looking to give it up somewhere, lobs it in for Pietrowski, who collects it under the basket. Can he get it one up? He can, and makes it. Jackson Pietrowski on the board with his first 2 of the game. He beat Bernard Dushy, a great defender in his own right. Pietrowski won that battle. Murray at the floor for Rochester, trailed by 7. Ball fed right side, Nate Sock. Trying to get around Chasen. Sock steps back, kicks it out for Dushy. Dushy rolling on Pietrowski. Dushy lifted the ball and taken away by Kanata. Fed at the floor, but it's going to be intercepted by Jagodzinski. Kanata tried to go for it all, but Jagodzinski was right there. Nate Sock driving on Chasen. Sock spinning, laying one up and in. 8 points for Nate Sock, his first from inside the arc. 28-23, Maroons in front. Barry up the floor. Ben Chasen still does not have a touch on offense yet. Barry throws it for Kanata. Foul called under the basket. That'll be on Bennett Kwasinski, the 4th team foul on Rochester. And he will check out in favor of first-year Savas Gonatas. Dom Martinelli, Noah Pitt into the game for the Maroons, replacing Pietrowski and Kanata. Barry to inbound with under 7.5 to go. Joe Barry gets the ball, gives it up for Cochran, back over to Barry. Barry given some space by Gonatas, and now he'll roll to the right, give it up for Pitt. Pitt top of the key, flicked it inside for Cochran, but he can't handle it, and it's taken away by Bernard Dushy. Theo Murray was playing defense on him. Dushy the other way. Murray gets the ball, drives on Martinelli, starts the ball, gives it to Gonatas, and it's no good, but a foul called after the shot was missed. Gonatas headed the line for 2 shots. The foul was on Martinelli. The 6th team foul on the Maroons. Gonatas on the year, just 3 of 9 from the free throw line.
77, Savas Gonatas.
Gotta hope he misses some here. 7:10 to go, first half. Gonatas shoots his first and buries it. First point for number 77, Savas Gonatas. Luke Rozzi checked into the game, replacing Theo Murray. We did not see Rozzi in game 1. The second shot for Gonatas is good. 2 from the line for him. 3-point game, 28-25. Barry up the floor. Martinelli calling for the ball. Barry driving right. Barry steps back, kicks it over for Cochran. Shoots a 3. Cochran got it. 31-25. Cochran with 5 points. Other end goes Rozzi. Wants to go all the way. Rozzi steps back out. Now here's the ball taken by Barry. As Rozzi just let go of it, and Barry made him pay. Now bumps going. Barry driving. Barry all the way to the basket. No good, no foul. Cochran pulls it down, puts it back up. That's no foul. And Gonatas pulls it down for Rochester. Other end, Gonatas. Barry pokes from the back. Tries to set the ball away. Gonatas gets it out to Dushy. Dushy driving the lane. Kicks out for Sock in the corner. He saves it in for Rozzy. Rochester with the ball. Down by 6. Jagodzinski gets it inside for Gonatas. Gonatas on Cochran. Shovels it over there for Jagodzinski. Gets past Pitt. Jagodzinski picks it for Sock. 6 to shoot. Nate Sock rolls back out on Pitt. Snaps up a contested 3. Blocked by Noah Pitt. And he takes it away by Dom Martinelli. Great play there by Pitt, who did not give Jagodzinski any space. 6 to play in the first half. Maroons 31, Yellowjackets 25. Chasen gets the ball on the right feed. Throws it back for Martinelli. And over to Pitt. Pitt into the corner for Ben Chasen. Goes around a screen. Ben Chasen gives it up for Martinelli. Martinelli, right wing, looks to give it up. Goes to Cochran, top of the key. Cochran, 4 to shoot. Has to get it off. Barry gets the ball. 2 to shoot. Barry snaps up a contested 3. And it's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Rochester. It's taken by Rozzy. Throws it left for Sock. Sock gets past Chasen. Now gives it up to Rozzy. Luke Rozzy. Rolling left, gives it inside. Taken. No, it's Dushy, who couldn't get the steal from Barry. And Dushy gets the lay-in. As Barry got hands on the ball but couldn't finish the play, as Dushy just magnetically attracted it right to him. With 5:23 to go, the lead is down to 4, 31 to 27. Timeout was called by Rochester. We'll take a short break. Get back soon with more basketball on Graham's Sportscasting Channel. Eight different Yellowjackets on the scoreboard. We talked about how the Yellowjackets just don't have that one game-breaking player like some teams like Carnegie Mellon, Case Western do. They have to find production from everywhere, and they are doing that right now. On the floor, Bernard Dushy, Nate Sock, Luke Rozzy, Savas Gonatas, and Logan Jagodzinski. Maroons will go with Barry, Lawrence, Cochran, Martinelli, and Pitt. Pitt inbounds it for Lawrence. Lawrence works across the Maroon C. Gives it up for Martinelli. Now left side for Barry. Barry rolls left. Barry trying to get past Gonatas. Gives it up top of the key for Pitt. Pitt harassed by Dushy. Goes to Barry. Inside feed for Cochran. Cochran one-on-one with Sock. Poked the ball away. Cochran gets it back. Lays it up. And in for Daniel Cochran. He just won that battle. 7 points for the first year. Other end for Nate Sock. Spinning. Sock on Barry. Kicks it out for Dushy. Bernard Dushy to the free throw line. A foul called under the basket. That's going against Daniel Cochran. It'll be some free throws coming for Rochester. First foul on Cochran. Bernard Dushy checks out, replaced by Corvin Aprea. And it's the 7th foul. And now they're going to set up at the free throw line. Nate Sock ready to inbound it. 1-1 coming for Savas Gonatas. 5-11 on the year, 2 of 2 today from the charity stripe. Gonatas bounces twice, shoots his first, and it rolls in. 3 for Gonatas, all from the line. Eamon Canal check in for the Maroons. Replacing Martinelli. Second shot by Gonatas is good. And he's made more free throws in this one game than he has all year. Philip Lawrence down the floor for the Maroons, who lead by 4, 33 to 29. Ball thrown left side for Eamon Kana. Kana staring down Aprea. Kana looks to get it inside, and a hand wrapped around Daniel Cochran by Savas Gonatas. It'll be a foul on him. The 6th on Rochester. We got 5. First foul on Gonatas. 4:39 to go, and a new shot clock for the Maroons. Kanata inbound. He'll get it over to Lawrence on the Maroon C. Lawrence poked out by Rozzy. Lawrence got to be careful here. Rolls right. Lawrence now goes around a screen. Lawrence all the way to the basket. Floats one up, and it can't get the roll. Rebound pulled down by Luke Rossi of Rochester. Lobbed up for Nate Sock, who collects it with one hand. Poked away by Barry, and it will go the other way. Joe Barry, what a great defensive play he just made, and forced it off of Nate Sock. Maroons ball with 4:23 to go. Theo Murray checking in, replacing Luke Rossi. And Kwasinski coming in for Gonatas. It'll be the 5 stars on the floor for Rochester, who trail by 4 points with just over 4 to go here in the first half. Philip Lawrence throws it right for Barry. Barry holding, throws back to Lawrence, into the corner for Kana. Kana inside feed, but it's poked away from Cochran by Kwasinski. It'll stay on this end, 16 to shoot. Kwasinski made a nice play on the ball, and it'll be a tough inbound for the Maroons. Barry will inbound from the left corner. Barry can't find anybody. Now goes to Pitt. From right there, Noah Pitt for 3. Buries it. It was 2. They call it a deep 2 for Pitt. He's got his first 2 of the game. 35-29. Murray with the ball. Throws it for Jagodzinski. Rolling on Kana. Jagodzinski stops at the free throw line. Shoots from right there. Short rebound, Pitt, Chicago. Lawrence gets the ball right wing. Lawrence wants to drive. Lawrence steps back to the 3-point line and now rolls it left for Barry. Barry to the corner for Kana. Back to Barry. 17 to shoot for Joe Barry. Standing on the Maroon C. Barry. Left side for Kana. Around Murray. Kana under the basket. Kicks out for Lawrence. Side says his first man. Floats it up, but it's blocked and it's taken away by Theo Murray. It was Nate Sock on the block. Sock shoots a 3 from right there and he misses it. Rebound pulled down by Kwasinski. Kwasinski got to be careful not to travel here, and he does not. Kwasinski rolling on Barry, floats one up. Kwasinski got it. 7 for Kwasinski, 35-31. Maroons still in front. Needs some more space into the half, and a foul called. Oh, they're going to call a timeout instead to wipe down the floor, where that sequence in the block by Sock just happened. Piotrowski checking in, replacing Noah Pitt. Pitt played some quality minutes. Piotrowski to inbound to Lawrence. Theo Murray playing point defense on the other end. Lawrence slowed across the timeline, eventually does. Throws it left side for Barry. Barry trying to find some space against Nate Sock. Gives it up right side Piotrowski. Piotrowski goes left, gives it for Lawrence. Lawrence gets past his man. Lawrence trying to sidestep, goes to Cochran. 10 to shoot for Daniel Cochran. Cochran rolling in on Kwasinski. Cochran shovels it back to Barry. Shoots a 3-on-3. Barry got it. 9 for Barry. He is hot in the first half. Maroons by 7, 38-31. Other end, Murray. Stops at the free throw line. Murray looking to give it up. Goes to Oprea. Right side, Barry takes it away. Barry pokes it away, and it's just out of bounds. Barry did a one-handed slam regardless, as Barry was this close to a highlight play in this first half. Instead, it'll be 18 seconds on the shot clock for Nate Sock to inbound. Maroons 38, Rochester 31. Theo Murray calling out a set play for the Yellowjackets. Gives it up for Jagodzinski. Rolls it right side for Oprea. Back to Kwasinski. Kwasinski looking to give it up. Murray. Murray pushed and fouled by Philip Lauren. No, it's going to head the other way. Offensive foul called on Kwasinski. That's a second. And now Luke Flakurzi got a decision to make about Bennett Kwasinski. Been playing great so far, but has 2 fouls. Don't want him to pick up a third in the halftime. Looks like he will stay in. Lawrence the inbound for the Maroons, leading by 7. 38-31. Lawrence gives it up right side into the corner for Barry. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence throws for Kanat. Kanat shovels it out for Piotrowski. Gets past his man. Piotrowski tries to dunk it, can't, but that's a foul on Kwasinski. And right there, that's going to be 3 on Bennett Kwasinski, who's got 7 points. He'll have to exit here. David Ackles coming in, and 2 free throws coming for Piotrowski. Piotrowski on the season, a 58% free throw shooter. He'll get 2 shots here. His first connects. 3 for Piotrowski. Maroons have their biggest lead of the day. They're up by 8, 39-31, with one more free. They're coming for Piotrowski. Piotrowski spins the ball, shoots a second. That's short and no good. Rebound taken by Jagodzinski of Rochester. Given to Theo Murray, staring down Lawrence. Federer back to Jagodzinski on the right wing. Back to Sock. Sock around an Aqua screen. Sock steps back, shoots from 20 feet. Nate Sock, and it's rolling in and out. Rebound tipped by Aquas into the hands of Aprea for Rochester. Back over left side of Nate Sock. And they'll reset. Aprea gives it up for Jagodzinski. Aquas gets the feed. No, he gives it up instead for Aprea, spinning around from 8 feet. No good. Rebound pulled down by Eamon Kana of the Maroons. Under a minute and a half to go. Kana rolling to the right, gives it up for Piotrowski. Into the corner for Joe Barry. Piotrowski sitting him a screen. Barry looking to give it up, goes to Cochran, top of the key. Cochran rolling left, all the way to the basket. Cochran got it! 9 for Cochran. Maroons by double digits, 41-31, with a minute to go here in the first half. Murray rolling around Lawrence, gives it up for Sock, left wing to Jagodzinski. Jagodzinski into the lane, puts one up, and a foul called. Looked like he might have walked if that wasn't called, instead of foul called on Piotrowski. And it'll be 2 shots for Logan Jagodzinski. Jagodzinski 2 for 2 from the free throw line in this game. His third one is no good off the back flange. Pitt enters Piotrowski exits, having picked up his second foul. One more shot for Logan Jagodzinski, who bounces twice, shoots a second. That's short and no good. Rebound Cochran, New Chicago, as he beat the 7-footer David Ackles. An empty trip to the line for Jagodzinski. Lawrence at the floor for the Maroons. Feeds it right side for Kana, guarded by Corbin Aprea. Kana inside for Barry. Barry driving, Barry spinning, Barry shooting. Got it in a foul! And 1 for Joe Barry. 11 for number 11, and he'll have a chance to make it 12 at the line right here. Foul called on Nate Sock, his second. 43-31, Maroons with their biggest lead of the day. Joe Barry played heroically in this game. Barry, breeze, bounces it once, shoots the free throw, and connects. 12 for Joe Barry. Having an excellent day so far. Maroons up by 13. Theo Murray the other way. Gives it up right side for Jagodzinski. And a foul called. Looks like it might be on Kana as he bumped Theo Murray. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming for Murray. First foul on Kana. Make that a Aprea, not Murray. Aprea at the line today. 2 for 2. And a great free throw shooter on the year. Murray, Aprea, shoots a second. It's good. 3 for Aprea, all from the line. Maroons have held him without a field goal. 33.4 on the game clock. Gonatas ready to check into the scorer's table. And Aprea's second is good. 4 for Aprea. Gonatas in, Ackles out. 3.4 second difference between the shot and game clock. The inbound goes to Lawrence. Justin Odaibo will get screened out by Pitt. Lawrence rolls it right to Kana. Kana puts hands on Aprea, now keeps the ball, throws it inside to Cochran, steps back out Cochran. Just need to shoot for Cochran. Still holding, back right side for Kana. Into the corner for Barry. 10 to shoot for Barry, driving, Barry stops at 8 feet, kicks out for Lawrence. Open 3, Phillip Lawrence. Short and no good. Gets his own rebound, Lawrence. Back out for Kana. Extra pass to Barry. Shoots a straight on 3, Barry. That's no good. Tip for Cochran is no good. Back up, no good. And that'll end the half. As the Maroons did not get points, but they kept the ball out of Rochester's hands to end the half. Maroons 44, Yellowjackets 33. We'll be back with first half stats and scores from around the UAA on Grand Sportscasting Channel when we come back. Welcome back to U Chicago basketball on Graham Sportscasting Channel. We're at halftime. The Maroons hold a 44-33 edge over the Rochester Yellowjackets. Maroons started rough, but recovered and have held a lead for most of the half. Let's do some first half stats. Maroons shooting at 53.3% from the floor. Less than half their shots are from three, which is more of a novelty these days, but they are 6 of 13 from beyond. They are shooting well from there. They're out rebounding Rochester 18-13 and have as many defensive rebounds as Rochester has total one. The team has 5 offensive boards. Thomas Karowski did not play the last 11 minutes and 19 seconds of the first half after picking up his second foul. He did dish out 4 assists in his limited minutes, so managed to make an impact there. That feed to Luke Smith was incredibly pretty early on in the first half. And Joe Barry having an excellent day so far. He's got 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. He has not had more than 12 points in all but one of his previous 7 games. So he's having a nice bounce back day. We'll see if that continues into the second half. Joe Barry trying to will the Maroons into the NCAA tournament. Around the UAA, New York University beating up on Case Western. That hot streak by the Spartans may be coming to an end here. They are being out-rebounded 30-11. And NYU has more offensive boards than Case Western has total boards. Just not going all that well so far. Emory and WashU have not tipped off yet. That'll be at 3 p.m. CST. And Carnegie Mellon ahead of Brandeis, 45-44. Justin Allen with 21 points in the first half of that one. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you here on Graham Sportscasting Channel. Welcome back to Chicago Basketball on Graham Sportscasting Channel, where entering the second half of play, Chicago ahead of visiting Rochester 44-33. You mentioned at the top of the broadcast that the Maroons would need some players to step up in this must-win game, and so far that guy's been Joe Barry. He's got 12 points. Dishing out 2 assists, Daniel Cochran's got 9, Kanaw's got 8, Karowski and Smith have 5 each. All these players just trying to will the Maroons out of their slump and into the NCAA tournament. They've got this, and they've got Wash U next Saturday at 1 p.m. That game very well could decide the Maroons' tournament fate. Alongside watching the other conference tournaments very closely to hope no bid stealers come up to spring and take those Pool C bids away from Chicago. That is the one way that the Maroons could be, their fate is out of their hands in that regard. On the floor for the Maroons, Barry, Kanaw, Karowski, Cochran, and Pietrowski. They will start with ball in the second half. Corvin Aprea, Theo Murray, Bennett Kwasinski, Logan Jagodzinski, and Nate Sock on the floor for Rochester. Kwasinski could be a guy the Maroons want to target, considering he's already on 3 fouls, likely to play pretty conservative on defense. Barry gets the feed from Kanaw, throws it left side for Karowski. Karowski at the three-point line, trying to shake off Sock, kicks it out, and it's tipped out of bounds by Kwasinski. He was trying to kick it out to Cochran, and instead it'll stay on this end, but a tough inbound coming for Eamon Kana. Kana tries to get it to a releasing Barry, and does. Throws to Piotrowski, top of the key. Piotrowski feeds Cochran left wing. Cochran behind the back to Karowski with a head of steam. Karowski steps back, launches a deep three. Karowski, oh, he banks it in. Thomas Karowski, look, that was headed for Wisconsin, and it just banked that off the backboard. Maroons up 14, their largest lead of the day. Perea hands it off for Jagodzinski. Flicks top of the key for Bennett Kwasinski. Left side move, Nate Sock. Sock back top of the key for Murray. Pushed off his spot by Karowski. Feeds to Sock, top of the key. Inside feed to Kwasinski. Trying to back down Cochran. Hooks one up, and it is good for Bennett Kwasinski. 9 points. Now the Maroons really want to get that fourth foul on him. They lead by 12, 19 to go second half. 47-35. Left side feed goes Kana. Kana gives it back to Barry. Barry with some space against Theo Murray. Feeds right side Piotrowski into the corner for Kana. Kana rolls. Kana lobs it for Cochran. Cochran driving it on Kwasinski all the way to the basket. Got him on his feet, and the roll will not go. But there is foul number 4 on Bennett Kwasinski. That stayed up for an eternity before eventually falling on the wrong side. And Bennett Kwasinski is in big foul trouble here. Savas Gonatas ready to check in for him. 2 shots coming for Daniel Cochran. His first is good. 10 for Cochran. Cochran on the season. Shooting 82% from the line. His second one is good. 11 points for Cochran. Having a good day himself. Inbound to Theo Murray. Maroons by 14. Rolls left side. Feeds Sock. Top of the key for Jagodzinski. Throws left side for Aprea. Corvin Aprea. Top of the key. Jagodzinski gives it up. Top of the key. Ganatas. Left side for Murray. Murray kicks it back out. Gives it up. Aprea back to Murray inside. The foul in the bucket. Theo Murray. 4 points for him. He'll go to the line for one more. Daniel Cochran picks up his second foul. Maroons with 10 combined fouls. That was the first of the half, but no more than 2 on any specific player. Shot for Murray is good. 5 for him, 11-point game, 49-38. Some minor pressure put on Joe Barry by Theo Murray. He'll slowly back out of it as Barry takes it onto the Maroons, seeing it across the timeline. Barry, still holding it, now drives right side, gets past Murray. Barry all the way to the basket, one-handed smash for Joe Barry. Look at that drive. Other end, Nate Sock. Over to Murray. Barry with 14 points, Maroons up 13. Jagodzinski feeds inside for Gonatas. Gonatas flexed out Jagodzinski back there. 17 to shoot. Jagodzinski around Karowski. Tries to flip it inside. There's nobody home. Gonatas loses the ball, and it's taken by the Maroons. That was a great defensive play by Daniel Cochran, making sure Gonatas couldn't get to his spot, and the Maroons will get it back. Inbound to Joe Barry. Under 18 to go, Maroons 51, Yellowjackets 38. Barry walks across the Maroon Sea, flicks it left side for Eamon Kana. Kana right side, Karowski. Karowski back to Kana, almost loses the handle on it, gets it back though, Karowski. Kana now left side into the corner, and got to flip it inside for Cochran. Cochran almost loses his handle on it, 10 to shoot. Kick out for Kana. Kana around a Karowski screen. Kana trying to probe the defense, works inside, flips one up from the free throw line, and he gets the roll. Double figures, Eamon Kana with 10 points. Maroons had their biggest lead of the day. They're up by 15. Gonatas on the Maroon Sea, staring down Cochran. Gonatas throws it inside, finds Aprea, kicks out for Sock. Open 3, Nate Sock, and it's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Cochran. Get out to Barry. Into the lane, Karowski with the one-handed smash, another one. Karowski, his turn to get in the party. And a steal quickly for Kana. 3, he's got it. The Maroons are rolling here at the Rat. They lead by 20 in the early second half. I couldn't even see that steal come. It might have been Karowski. He gave it right up to Eamon Kana for an easy 3. The Maroons up 58-38. Rochester a timeout as they need to get their bearings big time out of this Maroon run. It was a Kurowski steal. And the Maroons with a big, big lead with 17 to play in the second half. They already have 14 points in the second half and just over 3 minutes of play. It'll be the 5 starters staying out there for the Maroons out of this Rochester timeout. Maroons have not called one. Rochester has 3 left. Gonatas, Murray, Sock, Jagodzinski, and Aprea on the floor for Rochester. And you gotta wonder, are they gonna try and aggressively play Kwasinski, who's been their best player tonight, even though he's got 4 fouls? Try to get that spark going on offense. They need one right now. Aprea on the right wing, facing down Kana. Aprea almost loses the grip on it. Can't double dribble. Instead he gets the feed inside from Sock, and it's an easy 2, while the Maroons were looking for a traveling call. 6 for Aprea. His first field goal of the game. Barry onto the Maroon C, throws left for Kurowski. Kurowski rolling back to Kana, throws another 3. Kana in and out. Rebound pulled down Jagodzinski, trapped by Cochran, and then they'll eventually run out of it. Jagodzinski quickly across the timeline. Backing down Cochran. Shot stops, kicks out for Sock. Nate Sock back to Jagodzinski. Motioning men around. Jagodzinski hands back to Sock. Sock rolls it right side for Aprea, and left side to Murray. Murray looking with the ball, rolls, kicks inside, Gonatas, flick to the corner, collected by Aprea. South a quick 3, Aprea, that's good. And that was a great play by Aprea. That was a fastball coming from Savas Gonatas. Aprea managed to corral it. 15-point game, 58-43. Maroons are gonna get back on the scoreboard. Left side for Kana, facing down Aprea. Kana rolls it left for Kurowski, gets a flip back to Cochran. Gonatas reaches the spot. Cochran spinning around. Cochran into the lane. Cochran under the basket and the 1. Daniel Cochran just bullied his way to the basket. First year violence. And he's got 13 points, a chance for 14 here at the line. Second foul on Gonatas. And Murray and Sock exit, replaced by McEachern and Odaibo. As Cochran prepares for his and 1 shot, it is up, and it is good. 14 for Cochran, 61-43 the score. Philip Lawrence into the game. He'll check Cochran out, give him a breather after that crazy drive to the basket. McEachern gives it up for Gonatas. Top of the key, Gonatas throws it back to McEachern. McEachern from the free throw line looks to kick it out, and almost fading away was Aprea. Gives it back to McEachern. Up left side, Jagodzinski on the smaller Lawrence. Jagodzinski spins, shoots, and it is no good. Can't make the layup. Rebound, Luke Smith, U Chicago. Other end, Lawrence trying to probe the defense, steps back out now. And Lawrence will hold the left wing. Give it up for Kana. Kana couldn't pass it to Pitt. He's keeping it, 15 to shoot. Kana to Kurowski, and it's almost pushed away by Odaibo. Kurowski saves it though. 10 to shoot, Kurowski. You're on a Pitt screen. Kurowski going on to Gonatas, trying to get him off his feet. Kurowski drives the lane. Kurowski all the way in. Kurowski got the roll. 12 for Kurowski. Ball fed quickly to Jagodzinski left side. And back to McEachern. Right side feed. Aprea falls down and a kickball called. That was Thomas Kurowski. Maroons ahead by 20, 63-43. 14:30 to play, second half. As we have Gonatas hunched over. Play slow down for a bit. Gonatas will check out here, replaced by Bernard Dushy. No, they're going to check out a different player. So Dushy and Gonatas both on the floor, just a short delay. Jagodzinski to inbound, 14.5 to go in the second half. Inbound to Gonatas, throws it left side for McEachern. McEachern trying to find top of the key for Odaibo. Quick 3, Odaibo off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Dushy, back up and in as he got position over Luke Smith. And for his 3rd and 4th points, Bernard Dushy. 63-45, Maroons still in front. Lawrence crosses the timeline. Gives it left wing for Eamon Kana. Kana still holding, throws it left side for Kurowski, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Noah Pitt. as he wasn't done moving when the ball came to Kurowski. It'll be his first foul. Was a good call, and Rochester gets the ball. Inbounds to Ethan McEachern with 14 to go, second half. McEachern rolling right around Lawrence, goes to Odaibo, right wing. Odaibo, back out, go Natas. Back to Odaibo, another three for Odaibo. That's good. Justin Odaibo with 5. We didn't see him in game 1, but he's got a 3-ball here in game 2, back to a 15-point affair. 63-48. Lawrence goes to Kurowski, right wing. This time Pitt set a legal screen, and it's thrown left side for Lawrence. Lawrence still holding. Gets to a releasing Pitt. Dusty out to meet him. Pitt flicks right side Kanaa. 9 to shoot for Kanaa. Kanaa, got to get rid of it. Kanaa rolling in. Kanaa to the free throw line. Spins around, shoots from right there. Can't get the roll. Rebound pulled down by Dusty of Rochester. On a 5-0 run. Maroon Divas needs to lock in here. McEachern in transition. And he'll stop on the Maroon C and go into half court. Dusty, right side feed Odaibo. Gives the top of the key for Gonatas. Left side, McEachern kicks it back to Odaibo. Another 3 for Odaibo. Too strong, no good. Rebound Lawrence, Team Chicago. Pulls it down, brings it the other way. Philip Lawrence stops at the 3-point line. Flings it over Kurowski. Drive, kick out to Kanaa for 3. Got it! 16 for Raymond Kanaa. Maroons back ahead by 18. McEachern the other way. Ethan McEachern will stop, give it up for Gonatas, top of the key. Gonatas driving right. Gonatas all the way to the basket. Fouled, count it, by Luke Smith. And let's see, do they count the bucket? Thought they would count it. They do count it. Gonatas to the line for one more. An excellent day from the free throw line for Gonatas, who hadn't been good in a small sample size, but here he misses a shot. They did not count the bucket, but they didn't. They're giving Gonatas 2 shots, huh? Interesting. Gonatas missed his first free throw. He's about to shoot his second here. It's up, and it's good. So 66-49 the score. Ackles checks in, replacing Gonatas with some pressure put on Lawrence by Ethan McEachern, and Pitt will screen him out of it. On the other end, it's Barry, who checks back into the game. Gives it up for Kurowski. Kurowski facing down Sock. Kurowski rolling, shooting a 3. Kurowski, that's too strong and no good. Rebound pulled down. It's a foul on Luke Smith. He went over the back of David Ackles, trying to get that rebound. 66-49, Maroons still in front. Rochester basketball. Ethan McEachern with just over 12 to go. Gives it up for Odaibo, right wing. Flicks it inside for Ackles. Ackles rolls it back out, McEachern. Shovels it to the corner, Odaibo. Odaibo working his way in. Shoots fade away. Can't get the roll. Rebound Smith. This time he beat Ackles. Ball flung left side, Lawrence. Lawrence testing. Flicks out for Kurowski. And Rochester settles in. Smith the ball. Wants to get out to Lawrence, but can't find him. Now he goes to Pitt instead, top of the key. Pitt gets past Dusty. Pitt all the way to the basket, fouled. The shot did not go, but Pitt will shoot 2 free throws.
The Rochester foul.
And it was Bernard Ducey. Noah Pitt for 2 shots here. Bounces thrice, shoots his first, and sinks it. 3 for Pitt. On the year, shooting 50% exactly on free throws, 10 for 20. Pitt's second shot is good. Nothing but net on both of those, and Maroons back ahead by 19, 68-49. 11 and a half to go, second half. McEachern rolls around a screen, gives it up for Sock, throw into the corner for Ducey, almost lost it. Ducey throws inside, and it goes over to Sock, driving inside. Sock shoots a fadeaway, no good. Ackles tips it up, and it's no good. Rebound, Kurowski, U Chicago. The other way, Kurowski. Kurowski gives it up for Noah Pitt. Back to Kurowski. Kurowski back to Lawrence. Lawrence on the right wing, trying to get it inside somewhere. Back to Barry on the left wing now. 15 to shoot. Barry, top of the key for Pitt. Dusty out there to meet him. And Pitt throws it right for Karowski. On Odaibo, trying to get past him. Karowski, motoring. Karowski, and walks. He was trying to break a double team of Odaibo and Ducey. Could not do it without traveling, and it's Rochester ball. Kanaa, Piotrowski, Cochran in for UChicago, with Karowski, Smith, and Pitt all exiting. Theo Murray in, Bernard Ducey out. And Bennett Kwasinski checks back in with 4 fouls, replacing Ackles. Right side McEachern gives it up to a driving Smith. Smith kicks it out, and inside to Kwasinski on Cochran. Kwasinski trying to back Cochran down. Kwasinski creating space. Kwasinski forces one up. Got it. Off the backboard. Bennett Kwasinski with 11 points. That's why they brought him back into the game. And it's now 68-51 with 10.5 to go for second half. Lawrence gives it up right side, Joe Barry. Barry on Odaibo, gives it back to Lawrence left wing. Lawrence, the drive. Lawrence, the kick inside, but it's through the hands of Piotrowski and out of bounds, ball to Rochester. Nice find for Lawrence, but Piotrowski might not have been expecting it. And the inbound goes to McEachern for Rochester, who trails by 17. McEachern works it left side to Murray. And Sott gives it up Kwasinski left side for Odaibo. Odaibo rolls, gives to Murray. Murray right side into a double team, gives it back to Odaibo. Odaibo creating space, gives it up inside Kwasinski. Backing down Cochran again, shoots a fadeaway Kwasinski, air ball. Rebound pulled down by Daniel Cochran of Chicago. Other end goes to Lawrence. Right side Lawrence driving. Lawrence all the way to the, oh no, a foul called before that will be on Chicago. Daniel Cochran moving screen. His third foul. Lawrence had a clean lane to the basket if that was not called. 9:50 to go, second half. Maroons by 17. Inbound McEachern gives it up to Nate Sock. Facing down Kanaa. Right side to Kwasinski. Kwasinski trying to find someone to give it up to, and he does to Sock. Sock driving, kicks out McEachern, shoots a quick three. McEachern in and out. Rebound pulled down by Daniel Cochran of Chicago. Inactive on the boards. Kicker of the second half. Lawrence rolling left. Lawrence trying to fight off Odaibo. Lawrence now will roll to left corner, and a whistle will stop play. A timeout called by the Maroons. 9:23 to go. They call their first timeout of the game. Up 68-51 with the ball. 4 different Maroons at 12 points or more. Kanaa with 16, Barry 14, Cochran 14, Karowski 12. The stars have all been shining today for Chicago as they attempt to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive. Maroons will get a little bit of coaching from Mike McGrath as well as an assistant. The assistant Mike Malett. And after that, the Maroons will break their huddle up by 17, looking for a big win here at home. Kanaa, Lawrence, Cochran, Piotrowski, and Barry. Cochran playing with 3 fouls. Rochester still in their huddle. They will go with Odaibo, Murray, Kwasinski, Jagodzinski, and Sock. Make it a McEachern, not Jagodzinski. Barry will inbound. 18 on the shot clock, 9:23 on the game clock. Maroons by 17. Barry will get it to Lawrence. Facing down McEachern. Lawrence feeds it right side Piotrowski. Inside for Barry. Barry on Odaibo one-on-one. Barry wants to go to work. Barry backing him down. Fades away. Shoots one and buries it. As we had a whistle under the basket. They called a foul on Piotrowski after the basket. So the Barry points will count, but it'll be a foul on Piotrowski. That'll be the 6 on the Maroons, 3 on Piotrowski. Maroons by 19, 70-51. Inbound McEachern to Rochester. McEachern crosses the timeline, facing down Philip Lawrence, gives it up right side for Justin Odaibo. Top of the key, Kwasinski. And a foul as Kanawha went to the ground. It'll be on Rochester. Nate Sock is called for his third. Ball goes right back to the Maroons. Up by 19 with 9 to play. Lawrence will check out. No points, but he's played some very, very quality minutes. As will Kanawha. They'll send in Ben Chazen and Thomas Kurowski. Barry gets the inbound in the backcourt. As Odaibo will be screened out by Piotrowski. Right side to Chasen. Chasen rolls, almost loses the ball. Chasen has to get rid of it and goes to Kurowski left wing. Kurowski throws back to Chasen at the three-point line, kicks over for Piotrowski, 11 to shoot. Piotrowski behind the back to Barry. Barry stops, goes in on Odaibo, kicks to Chasen. Chasen gets past Murray, kicks back out for Barry. 4 to shoot. Barry got to drive. Barry all the way to the basket. Cannot get the roll. Rebound Kwasinski of Rochester. Up the floor quickly to Nate Sock. Kicks out for Kwasinski. Left open for a three. Murray got it. 8 for Theo Murray. 16-point deficit. 70 to 54. 8:15 to go second half. Barry up the floor for the Maroons. He'll hold in the Maroon C. Throw it left side to Chasen. Ben Chasen back over to Barry. Barry on Odaibo once again. Kicks it over top of the keeper, Cochran. Inside feed for Piotrowski, who had a hand wrapped around him by Theo Murray. A foul called. Second foul on Murray and the 15th foul on Rochester. Kurowski will inbound with a new shot clock. Odaibo out, McEachern in. Jagodzinski also checked into the game. Kurowski lobs it out for Piotrowski and he collects it. Hands behind his back for Kurowski. Kurowski back out to Cochran. Right side, Cochran left for Kurowski. 13 to shoot. Inside feed, Piotrowski. Looking to get it out, and now he walks. Nate Sock was the defender on Piotrowski. He got that turnover, and now he'll inbound here. 7:49 to go. Maroons by 16. The women's team blew a similar lead earlier today. The men's team trying to avoid a similar fate. Other end, Jagodzinski gives it up for Sock, top of the key. Sock rolling left. Sock with the drive and a foul called on Rochester. Headed the other way on Nate Sock. Second player with 4 fouls on Rochester. And we will have free throws the rest of the way. 6 fouls on Rochester. Another whistle will stop play and we'll get a timeout called. By the officials, it looks like. Might be checking for a flagrant on Nate Sock, throwing an elbow into the face of a Maroon player.
Unofficial review underway of the last sequence. We got a foul charge to Nate Sock. It's 4. The foul is being reviewed.
So 2 refs at the monitor. The third talking to Mike McGrath. His team looks in good position to break their 2-game losing streak. They're ahead by 16, have the ball. 7:37 to go, second half. Maroons have not scored more than 87 in a game. That was the Wheaton game on the road back in December. They're currently at 70. I feel they will not do that against Wash U on Saturday, so we'll see if they can set a new season high here. The officials are now conversing after stepping away from the monitor. We'll see what the call is. The Maroons are going to keep Barry, Chasen, Cochran, Kurowski, and Piotrowski on the floor. Flagrant 1 will be 2 and the ball on Nate Sock. And we'll see what the call is here. It looks like no flagrant, just a common foul on Sock. That'll still be 4 on him. Piotrowski to inbound. Barry immediately trapped, and the ball poked out and almost taken over from Piotrowski. He drives the ball. Drives, kicks to Kurowski, and it's Murray who almost got it off of Kurowski's foot. It'll be Maroons inbound in the front court as Barry and Piotrowski may have been unready for that pressure. And Rochester coaching staff not happy about that one. Chasing corner three off the mark. Barry pulls on the board for you, Chicago, though, off that miss by Chasen. Piotrowski feeds it right side for Kurowski. 12 to shoot. Kurowski works around a Piotrowski screen. Kurowski drives, loses the ball out of bounds. It'll go the other way, as he was bumped into by Theo Murray and just lost his grip on it. Ball to Rochester, trailing by 16. Steve Kolar calling out a call from the sidelines. Other end is Nate Sock, throws it right side for Jagodzinski. Kicks back to Kwasinski, given space by Cochran. Now he drives. Kwasinski fouled after missing the shot, and it'll be 4 on Daniel Cochran. Luke Smith ready to check in for Cochran. Mike McGrath wants to protect him with this lead. Kwasinski, 75% shooter on the year. 2 shots here. Bounces thrice, spins around, bounces 2 more times, because why not? Shoots his first shot and makes it. 12 for Kwasinski to lead all Yellowjackets. Pitt, Smith, and Kanaa check in, replacing Chasen, Cochran, and Piotrowski. Bennett Kwasinski, 2 of 3 from the line today. Spins the ball around, goes into his routine, shoots a second, and connects. 13 for Bennett Kwasinski. Maroons still ahead by 14. Press is broken quickly. Ball goes to Kanaa. Kanaa looks to lob it in. Now he'll go back to the 3-point line. Give it up to Barry. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Barry right side for Kanaa. Back to Barry. Barry rolls it left side for Noah Pitt. Gets past his first man, Nate Sock. Shoots from right there. Got it. Noah Pitt with a clutch shot. He's got 6 points. Maroons back ahead by 16. Inbound to McEachern of Rochester. McEachern rolls right, shovels it behind his back to Kwasinski, and a foul called on a big bump. Joe Barry bumped Theo Murray. Second shot up, second foul on Barry, and a 1-1 coming for Theo Murray. Murray, a 66% free throw shooter this year, and he's 1 for 1 from the line today. Rochester down 16 with 6.5 to go. The inbound goes to Barry, to Murray rather. He shoots his first free throw and it's good for his 9th point of the game. One more shot coming for Theo Murray, 2 for 2 from the line today. Savasko Natas ready to check in as Murray makes his seconds. He will check in replacing Kwasinski. 10 points for Murray. Full court press put on by Rochester. Pitt inbounds to Barry. He's trapped by Odaibo. Barry dribbles himself out of it, kicks over to Kurowski. Keeps going Kanaa, and he'll throw it back over for Pitt. Noah Pitt will now drive, kick out for Kurowski, and they'll reset. 6:18 to go in the second half, Maroons by 14. Ball fed right side, Kanaa. Kanaa looks to give it up. Kanaa, bounce pass right side, Kurowski. Kurowski rolling on Sock, throws it left for Smith. Smith trying to get past Gonatas. 4 on the shot clock. Smith got to get rid of it from the free throw line. It's fouled from the back. That might be Nate Sock's 5th. We'll see what they call. And it is on Nate Sock, and he's out of the game. Nate Sock fouls out of the game with 6:01 to go in the second half. 2 shots coming for Luke Smith.
Number 2, Luke Smith to the line for Chicago.
Smith is on the year a 63% free throw shooter. I was looking at the wrong number, and a timeout called off that. And they'll go to the monitor again. Again, that was some tough contact by Sock. They'll check for another flagrant on Sock. The last one did not work out. Second flagrant review in as many minutes. Maroons 72, Yellowjackets 58. 6:01 to go, second half. Nate Sock is fouled out of the game regardless of what this call is. But it would be 2 in the ball for the Maroons as opposed to just 2 shots for Luke Smith. Refs still discussing at the monitor. Referee flashing a 2 sign at the scorer's table, so it'll be 2 shots for Luke Smith. And he will assess a different player. They're going to give it to Gonatas. That will let Nate Sock stay in the game. So the review was changing the player the foul was on, and it's still a common foul on Gonatas, his third, and 2 shots for Luke Smith. First shot for Smith is good. After a hard rattle, Gonatas out, Kwasinski in. 6 points for Luke Smith, Maroons by 15. One more shot coming for Luke Smith. His second is good. Maroons 74, Yellowjackets 58. Both teams in the single bonus. Kwasinski with the ball at the top of the key. Facing down Smith. Bennett Kwasinski rolls right, gives it up for Murray. Murray kicks it out for Odaibo. Odaibo stops, shoots from 16. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Karowski of U Chicago. Fed to Barry left wing. Rochester could not press. Big possession here for the Maroons. Throws it left side for Kana. Kana wants to lob it in. Now Motors top of the key. Gives it up for Pitt right side. Into the corner for Barry. Barry driving on Murray. Barry steps back, shoots from 16. Can't get it to go. Rebound Nate Sock of Rochester. Sock the other way. Stops. Goes inside. Kicks out to the corner. Odaibo for 3. And that is off the mark. Rebounded Joe Barry of U Chicago. Barry with 16 points today. Looking to seal up this Maroon win. Throws it left side for Pitt. Into the corner, Karowski. Drives. Karowski steps back now. Kicks it back to Pitt. Noah Pitt rolls on Odaibo. Looks to give it up. Pitt spinning around. Pitt goes back to Karowski. Toe to shoot. Karowski back to Pitt. Shoots a straight on 3. Noah Pitt. And that's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Kwasinski after a nice box out of Luke Smith. Kwasinski the other way. Kwasinski all the way. Kwasinski spinning, driving, shooting. And he gets the roll. 15 for Kwasinski. 3 shy of his career high. He had 16 in game 1. Karowski shovels it left side. Kana, wide open 3. Kana off the mark. Rebound, fought for, pulled down by Smith of U Chicago. Fed inside of Pitt. 2-handed dunk for Noah Pitt. What a play by Smith. What a play by Pitt. Maroons back ahead by 16. Other end, Jagodzinski gets the ball. Sutter steps on Pitt. Jagodzinski and a foul called. Gonna be on Pitt. Jagodzinski had an arm extended, but Pitt was called for it. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming for Jagodzinski. 4:18 to go. Maroon 76, Rochester 60. Smith and Pitt out. Cochran and Pietrowski in. Maroons have rotated all 4 of their big guys in this matchup. Jagodzinski given the ball. His first shot is no good, too short. Rebound pulled down by Karowski of U Chicago. Karowski works his way into the front court. Barry wanted it, and now he will get it in the left wing. 20 to shoot. Joe Barry facing down Justin Odaibo. Barry on the Maroon C, gives it inside for Cochran. Cochran right side Karowski. And back inside to Cochran, and he's fouled. That'll take Bennett Kwasinski out of the game as he got a hand wrapped around Daniel Cochran. 5 fouls on Bennett Kwasinski, and he will not be reaching his career high today. He is out of the game. 1-1 coming for Daniel Cochran. 14 today for the first year. Kwasinski receives some applause from the visiting Rochester fans. 15 points today, 16 points against the Maroons in game 1. Looks like the net will be enough to win. They will sub in Salvas Gonatas for him with 3 fouls.
Checking in for Rochester.
Under 4 to play, the Maroons up by 16. Wonder if some of those backers are getting their warm-up jerseys off. in due time. Cochran shoots his first and buries it. 15 for Cochran, 4 shy of his career high. Maroons up by 17, 1 more for Cochran. Second shot will not go, too short. Rebound pulled down by Jagodzinski. Given right side on Nate Sock, back to Jagodzinski. Given space, shoots a straight on 3. Jagodzinski in and out. Rebound pulled down by Cochran, despite Gonata swiping at it. Barry gets the ball for the Maroons. Drives past Odaibo. Steps back now. Gives it right side for Kurowski. Thomas Kurowski gives it up left side for Barry. Oh, and it loses the ball. Taken by Odaibo of Rochester. Turnover called for Barry. Get into the corner for Murray. Murray driving. Murray all the way to the basket. And an off-platform acrobatic 2 will not go. Rebound Cochran, U Chicago. Gives up to Barry. Barry with a drive. Flicks left side, Kana. Kana will slow it down here. Give it back to Barry. 3:15 to play. It's fed right side for Kurowski. Bumps off Odaibo. Steps back to the three-point line, and he will keep it. Kurowski one-on-one. 13 to shoot. Inside feed Cochran. Cochran flicked it out. Extra pass to Barry. 3-on-3, Joe Barry. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down Odaibo of Rochester. 3 minutes to play. Interception. Oh, no. Barry almost got it. An acrobatic steal, but it was too high for him to poke away from Nate Sock. It's out of bounds, staying with Rochester. McEachern in, Murray out. Dom Martinelli enters, replacing Kurowski. His day is likely done. He gets a round of applause from these Maroon fans. Look at that happen. 12 points in the day and a smorgasbord of assists for Kurowski. Other end, Jagodzinski at the top of the key to Sock. Right side, Jagodzinski. Snaps number 3. Jagodzinski got it. Timeout was called off of that by Rochester. 7 points for Jagodzinski, who've been kept in check most of the day by these Maroons. Full timeout off of that. Out of the 10 for the Maroons, Joe Barry, Eamon Kana, Dom Martinelli, Daniel Cochran, and Jackson Piotrowski. They will have ball. It'll be Dushi, Odaibo, Nate Sock, Jagodzinski, and Gonatas in the backcourt, all pressing up to try to get a takeaway and make a comeback here. Piotrowski inbounds to Kana. Kana dribbled out of the double team. And he'll now get double teamed again by Dushi and Odaibo. Kana spinning around in deep trouble. Touches the ball taken by Dushi, and he'll just drive right to the basket and lay it in with one hand. And Mike McGrath screaming at the ref, wanting a foul. Now a 12-point game. Inbound to Barry, trapped again. This time we're gonna get a foul on Dushi. 1-1 coming for Joe Barry with 2:28 to play. Maroons up by 12. Second foul on Dushi. 2 shots coming for 1-1 coming for Joe Barry. That was the 9th team foul on Rochester, so it'll be 2 the rest of the way. Flacursy barking instructions to his team. First shot for Barry is good. 17 for Joe Barry, leading all scorers today. Kurowski in, Martinelli out. Game is still too close to call his day done. Barry gets the ball for one more shot. Puts it up and scores. 18 for Joe Barry, played excellent today. McEachern, the inbound for Rochester, they got to go fast. McEachern driving on Barry. Has to look to kick it out now. It goes to Jagodzinski. Rolls right on Piotrowski. Jagodzinski trying to shake him. Can't. Jagodzinski tries to force one up there. It's no good. Great defense from Piotrowski. Gets the rebound now. Lobs it all the way cross court. Kanaw's got it. Kanaw will lay in with one hand. Jackson Piotrowski, what a sequence. 18 for Kanaw. Other end, McEachern. Rolls left or right to go. Not to screen McEachern. Looks to kick it out. I got to avoid walking and now gets it out to Jagodzinski. South of the three. Jagodzinski off the mark. Rebound pulled down out of bounds. It'll go the other way. Bernard Ducey and Theo Murray re-enter the game for Rochester. Mike McGrath telling some backups to get their warm-up jerseys off. Martinelli enter. Kanawha will exit. Kanawha gets some high five from his teammates on the bench. Piotrowski to inbound, gets it into Barry. Barry double teamed by Ducey, but he gets it out cleanly to Kurowski. Lobs it into Cochran. Under the basket, Cochran the lay-in. 17 for Cochran. 83 to 65. Other end, Theo Murray gives it up to Gonatas. Behind the back, Odaibo. Odaibo gets past Kurowski and a moving screen on Gonatas as Kurowski tumbled to the ground. That'll be a foul on Rochester. Maroons doing an excellent job of breaking this pressure and playing defense to close this game out. LJ Moore, Ezra Most take their jerseys off. Piotrowski will exit. LJ Moore has not scored a point in Maroon yet. We'll see if that changes. Blake Hawthorne also enters. Most, Hawthorne, LJ Moore, Martinelli, and Barry on the floor for the Maroons. Still pressure coming. LJ Moore looks to release it. Gets it out to Barry. Barry trapped by Ducey and Odaibo. Barry dribbling his way out of it. Barry with the head of steam, and he's bumped and fouled as he tumbled to the ground. Let's hope he's okay. Took a hard fall. Hawthorne coming to help him up, and he will get up there. Bernard Ducey was the foul. Two more coming for Joe Barry. Joe Barry just has that motor on that dribble drive. Just blew Odaibo and Ducey away. He'll have two shots here. 1:31 to go, 83 to 65, Maroons in front. Barry breathes, shoots his first, and buries it. 19 for Joe Barry to lead all scorers today. Ducey and Murray out. They will bring in some backups. Nate Bytel as well as Nate Sock. Nate Sock not a backup, I should clarify, but Nate Bytel has not played yet today. Barry receives the ball for one more shot. He shoots a second and connects. 20 points for Joe Barry, tying a season high. And his day is done, replaced by DJ Harvey. Danny Rosenblum and Camden Fleming into the game, replacing Ethan McEachern and Logan Jagodzinski for Rochester. Rosenblum up the floor, facing down DJ Harvey. Gives it up, left side for Bytel. Right side, back to Fleming, back to Bytel. Bytel driving on Martinelli. Steps back, shoots from the free throw line. Bytel, it's an air ball. Harvey pulls down the rebound for U Chicago. DJ Harvey up the floor. Harvey facing down Rosenblum. LJ Moore coming to give him a screen. Now he'll step back out. Throws left side for Martinelli. It's on Martinelli. Rolls to center circle and flicks it back over to Ezra Mose. Mose driving, Mose shooting from 20 feet. Got it, Ezra Mose! Other end, it goes right to Bytel. He lays it up, and it gets blocked by Blake Hawthorne. They'll call a foul on that. Blake Hawthorne almost just excited the crowd. Maroons getting a round of applause. They called goaltending on Blake Hawthorne. Harvey throws it left side for Ezra Mose. Just scored his first two of conference play. LJ Moore, right side to Harvey. Harvey shakes off his first man, switches on, feeds to LJ Moore. Moore going to work. LJ Moore tries to get it up. Moore on the lay-in. He's got it, his first points in a Maroon uniform to LJ Moore. Other end it goes to Razy. Back over to Rosenblum. 22 seconds with Harvey poking the ball away. Harvey trying to rip it out of his hands. A foul called on DJ Harvey. L.J. Moore, his first points in the Maroon uniform, come in game number 24 of his freshman season. 2 shots coming for Danny Rosenblum of Rochester. His first shot is good. First point for Rosenblum. Maroons have their highest scoring total of the season. Their previous was 87. They're at 89 here at the Rat against Rochester. Second shot for Rosenblum is .68. L.J. Moore with his first points of the Maroon. Joe Barry with 20. Eamon Kanan with 18. Daniel Cochran with 17. And Thomas Crosby with 12, all putting in work for the Maroons today. Next game, and the final game of the regular season, the Maroons will host Wash U on Senior Day on Saturday, March 1st at 1 p.m. CST. That'll be right here on Graham Sportscasting Channel. Final score, U Chicago 89, Rochester 68. This has been U Chicago Basketball on Graham Sportscasting Channel. Thank you for listening.